Bonsoir, Ihawa, Akorja, Atsuguna Ushla, good evening. My name is Dr. Francis Gully. Today is July the 2nd, 2025. And um, today's a good day for me as an individual. Uh, Yesterday was Canada Day. It was a beautiful day. It was warm here today. I spent the day cleaning. I needed to do a lot of cleaning because I am fortunate enough to be leaving for the weekend tomorrow to beautiful, beautiful Fisher's Loft in Port Rexton. Just a lovely place with my younger son. So I am a very, 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 very fortunate person that I have an opportunity to do this. And I thank God for my many blessings and for my life. And the fact that I have so far survived two life threatening illnesses since 2011. And I thank God that my treatments, harsh as they were, and many side effects as I had, were paid for as because I live in Canada. And I thank my neighbours for this also. And so I have a lot to celebrate and be grateful for. And I just listened to a beautiful CBC ideas program that apparently was created a few years ago related to the Canadian um, painter Tom Thompson. And as always, I mean, the quality of shows on the Ideas program are always extraordinary. And it was very, very, I listened to part of it yesterday and today, very moving, very enriching, just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I can't say enough good things about the Ideas and many, many other CBC programs. And the fact that CBC often gives voice to scientists and gives voice to all diverse artists and creatives in the most extraordinarily wonderful way. I can't say enough good things about all that. However, today is a tragic day for our friends, our neighbors, and the people we love in the United States of America, and indeed for our planet. It is a tragic day. And I am begging, begging Prime Minister Carney, Minister Joanne Thompson, every member of the Parliament in Canada. I am begging CBC staff, the CBC board, CBC reporters, and I am begging every Canadian to stand with the American resistance. Stand with the brave Americans standing up to a felon who wants to be the next Hitler, the next Stalin, the next Kim Jong-il, the next Putin. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it at all now. He has forced every member of the GOP. A handful said no, and God bless them. I never thought I would say I would be praising Dr. Rand. I never could understand him at all. But God bless him. He voted against Trump, which took great courage. So good for you. One of the few Republicans. Also, somebody called Brian Fitzpatrick. And I hope they're not all assassinated tonight. I wouldn't put it past Trump. If he can, he will. There's no question that Trump or somebody related to him assassinated Melissa Hortman. And I'm with Melissa, that good, decent woman was brutally murdered. Her husband was murdered with her, and their dog, Gilbert, assassinated. Why? Because she was effectively standing in the way of felon Trump and Christine Nome, J.D. Vance, and underlying it all, Peter Thiel, and Elon Musk and their despicable, appalling attack on decency, on freedom, on liberty, on science. You have that Senator Kennedy removing all the members of the vaccine committee. Vaccines have saved so many lives, so many babies' lives, so many children's lives. And so much work has gone into developing them, making sure that they're safe, and making sure that the schedule is correct. And the decisions about when and how to use them optimally require immense expertise and knowledge. And which other ones to develop? We've just developed in the last few years, we're just starting to use a vaccine against malaria that kills so many children in Africa. And I'm sure that that's all being very much damaged by the loss of US aid. It is estimated that millions, maybe 5 million children in Sudan are going to die because Fallon, Trump, and Musk and Big Balls destroyed US aid. And it seems likely that Musk went after them because USA was about to investigate his dangerous SpaceX rockets that keep exploding and are exploding so often that pieces are making air transportation dangerous. They're likely to hit regular flights and so on. Anyway, thanks to these psychopaths, today 17 million Americans will have their Medicaid, their access to medical care. They don't have other access, and they paid for this. It's like as if you cut 17 million Canadians off Medicare. You're saying you're not going to provide them with healthcare anymore. They don't have other sources of healthcare. And these include veterans. They've also cut food to 13 million children. And I forget what else they cut today. Now, they've already attacked NASA, the CDC, NIH, all these fantastic organizations doing so much good. And of course, they're attacking Harvard. They are attacking Harvard. They're trying to destroy Harvard. They're trying to destroy all sorts of sciences. Anybody who has a brain, they seem to want to destroy. And they are talking about removing 65 million people through ethnic cleansing in the US. They are building these big torture chambers in one in Florida, right in an area where that was supposed to be kept for wildlife. It's supposed to be reserved for wildlife, and now they want to build this big torture chamber. They want to round up 65 million people, whether or not they have green cards or whatever. They just want to get rid of anybody who's not white, and then anybody who is white, they want to reduce to serfdom. So everybody people are also small businesses. Everybody poor in America, they are trying to kill, which is of course what Hitler did in Germany. He's most famous for having brutally, sadistically, horrifically rounded up and killed 2 out of 3 European Jews, including 1.5 million Jewish babies and children in the most brutal and sadistic way possible. And that's what we remember most. But he did the same thing to Germans with any kind of a disability, and to Poles, to not to the same extent, but to people who were Romani, to people who were of African descent, a whole bunch of people, and of course to Germans who were socialists or communists and who had the courage to stand up to him, including Catholics and Lutherans who had the courage to stand up to him because he was a brute and to say that what he was doing was against Christianity, which of course it was. And what felon Trump is doing now is completely against Christianity and Judaism and Islam and every religion and every person of conscience. Whether you have no religion, fine. Any decent human being knows that it is wrong to cut healthcare to 17 million people who are dependent on it, who are receiving care right now, who are going to die without it. And all this will add 3.5 trillion to the debt, and this is all to give tax breaks to people who are already obscenely rich and obscenely powerful, like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. So, Canadians, Minister Thompson, my MP, good for you, Joanne. I know you're a good person and you're doing your best. Prime Minister Carney, everybody at CBC, every Canadian, Lloyd Axworthy is right. We must stand with our American friends and colleagues who have the courage to prevent the most crooked, corrupt president ever. He is trying to wreck the American economy, reduce the strength of the dollar, so that he'll benefit from the cyber currency he's got from who knows where. And the deal is, and he has cut sanctions. He's giving Putin money. Putin was running out of money for his war in Ukraine, and now Trump has allowed Putin access to money. He's allowing him access to sell his oil and gas, and he has removed some of the deterrence, some of the weaponry that was in Poland. It's not clear where he's moved this to. There's different reports about where, but he is trying to help. And instead of, Putin was supposed to be talking about peace. Putin has sent more attacks to Ukraine in the last short period than since the start of this in February 22, because he is being helped by felon Trump. And that is not the will of the US people. Not the will of the US people. And any Canadian who doesn't see that, and who doesn't see that it is our duty to stand with the American resistance, and we should stop calling felon Trump anything other than felon Trump. We should send that disgusting, despicable US ambassador right back where he came from, and we should stand up to we should support Gavin Newsom and the people in California, and we should rethink whether we should be buying Californian wine. We should be supporting the Americans who are fighting Trump. That's what we should be doing. We should look very closely at who we do and don't support. We should do everything possible to get PayPal and Palantir out of Canada, and to limit Google and Facebook. That's what we should be doing. We should do everything we can to remove, we certainly should do everything we can to limit Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and their power to snoop on us and snoop on Americans. We should be helping this app, this Ice Block app. We should do everything we possibly can to help scientists in the US and to help all those who are standing up to help lawyers, legal people, politicians, Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Brooker, Elizabeth Warren, Alyssa. Anyway, there's a long list of very brave people who are putting their lives on the line to speak up and out about what is happening wrong, including some Republicans, and I have to check the names, those who actually voted against the bill. And I hope they're not killed tonight by Trump. So there you go. I'm lucky I'm going on my little break. But I am going to do anything and everything I can. I mean, I'm just, an old lady. No money, no power, no nothing. I don't represent any institution or anything. I'm just speaking for myself as a human being, a decent human being, a physician, a mother, somebody who believes in truth, somebody who believes in science, and somebody who believes in the importance of saving this beautiful planet, not lying about climate change, not lying about the environment, not lying about LNG, not lying about it, and about realizing that supporting human rights is vital to all of us. It is in our best interest to really think what every Canadian can do to support the American resistance. And before we decide to boycott American products, let's look and see where they come from. Let's do everything we can to get rid of Doge North, Palantir, and those creeps. Anyway, ihua, that's it.